So I'm ready. I'm ready. I've got my coffee. I, I have been so excited to come on here with you guys. And now that I'm here, it's like I don't know where to begin. So I'll begin by having a sip of coffee. So today is one of those days where I'm between applying what I've been shown and realizing that there's more to, like I'm part of that bridge again, right? I'm not where I'm going to be. I don't have the understanding I'm going to have, but applying what has already been shown, right? So I'm beginning to sense that there's many influences that have happened in my world that have shaped me, that has influenced me, that I can tell, the saying, you will become like the 5 people that you're around the most. I can see that. I can see that in shades of my conversation, in my interests, so it's just so interesting. Um, and I've had this undercurrent theme going all morning because it's a really big, it used to be a really big thing in my understanding and my beliefs. Thinking about AI and thinking about, just a little bit. I'm on social media and I'm not on very much. So people that send me messages, on Facebook or sometimes they'll sit for quite a while because I'm just not on there. And boy, I'll tell you what, I can tell. I don't know if it's my discernment. I don't know. And I don't want to overthink it, but I can spot it. I can spot even people that reply to posts. They run things through AI to get the answer that they want to provide. So it's polished. And there's just a tone. I can feel it. I can feel similar, uh, not voice inflections because you can't, I don't hear voice. I don't have that. But anyway, it just reminded me like of different times when I was growing up, and many of you, this is a common among people that are here to do big things. We have a calling, we have a purpose, and we're keyed into that. Many were like the black sheep in their family. Many didn't fit. They kind of stood out. They weren't like the others. And so that was a familiar feeling to me, but not all the time. Like sometimes I wouldn't fit because I stood out, because I was more musical than the average, right? Or maybe it was because I went to 6 high schools, because I moved so much, because there was always things in my life that was in flux, that was changing. And many kids didn't have that kind of a comparison. They didn't have that understanding to know that there was no empathy there at all. Anyway, so I go back and forth. It's like I can see in my past where I've done videos and I've had interests trying to fit other mentors online, other healers, other people in the patriot, like even, just so many different focuses in my past. I can see where I was trying to fit in. I was trying to rise above the standard that I was being held to. And I didn't do it well. Like, I still didn't fit. I wore way too many hats. Anyway, so it's always been like this tug of war, like this push me, pull you, wanting to be like others, but knowing I can't, I won't. And now it's like this version of me doesn't care. Like, whatever. I am what I am. And if I don't have a label that fits what I am today, on this recording for today, and I'm creating my 2026, part of me is like, who am I trying to kid? It's like, there's a bigger plan in place. And this is what I talked about the other day. It's like, my codes don't fit other people. My purpose is not going to be like yours. And instead of molding and being a chameleon like I used to be, I could be in a group of people and become just like how they sounded. My humor would just fit right in. I would just blend, and no conflict. That was the biggest purpose for being this chameleon. I didn't want to appear, argumentative, or like I didn't agree, and everything had to be peaceful, and no ruffled feathers, no arguments, no, right? But that has served me. Now in this version of me, it's like, I don't care. I don't care what people, but I can read a room. I can read it. I can feel it. When I approach a topic that might be sensitive, like AI, I can feel it. I can feel it bump up against. And it's like, I will not. Before, there was a lot of fear involved, and a lot of, I don't want AI to take over, and I don't want to give up, my anonymity, and I don't want to give up, and all the fearful things that AI, and there's a lot of that going on in mainstream. And this is what I've picked up on as I'm just surfing and seeing what friends are putting, and seeing in different groups, and I can spot it. I can feel it. I can feel now this, even the layout of the responses, even I'm on it. And I'm like, this is being highlighted to me because the codes that are activating in me right now, and I'm kidding myself thinking I'm creating my 2026. I think the powers that be, I think God has such a bigger purpose. I think the timing is divine. I believe, and it's not that I'm giving over my own free will and my own choices. Absolutely not. But I'm backing it up. Where does my interest come from? Where did the seed of these projects that are coming to life, and people are reaching out to me, even properties that I talked about yesterday? And I said, I'm going to talk to the land, just like in the Ring, Lord of the Rings. This is this project. It's all God's. And it's like, if you've got a purpose, if it's time, then you know the location, you know the people, you can ping. I don't have to do it. I can be aware. I can be sensitive. I can have my radar out, and I can feel it. And when text messages come in from people I haven't talked to that used to be in my world, I was so close with them. And it's like, okay, I'm watching, but not in a passive way. Feel this with me, because there's a sweet spot. This isn't all or nothing. This isn't all wrong timing, wrong people, wrong location, right? It's not like that. Because as things are fluid, and it's changing, and it's morphing into exactly at the right time, it'll just click right together. And I've been a part of that. I've been a part of that flow. And I've also been right up against conflict. Like yesterday, like machine gun, just bam, 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 bam. And I'm getting better. It's not, and my capacity is growing. I can hold more conflict. I can hold more uncertainty. And I'm so grateful for that. That's growth. That's growth inside me. So just because I'm watching things play out, I'm not waiting. Can you sense that difference? So labels of using AI for me, what does that do to my voice? What does that do to what I say and the codes that activate because of my voice? Do you ever wonder what codes will activate if AI is the voice you're using? If you're not using your own passion, your own purpose, your calling, your voice with your opinions, with your words that create and activate, what codes are activating if they're not yours? That's an interesting thought, huh? Hadn't thought of that before, just right now, right in this moment. Anyway, and this isn't about overthinking. It's not everything in the conscious level, because much of what I'm saying, I almost could just show up here because of who I am, because I'm the one on this channel for this purpose, this time. I'm the one. And it almost, again, there's that sweet spot. It's not all or nothing. It's not that I wouldn't have to speak, but it's not what I say. It's not what I do. It's the fact that I'm willing. I'm taking action on what I believe is for me now. And then it's a letting go. It's a let go and let God. It's like, this is so bizarre to use these cliches that used to just drive me crazy. I'd hear that and I'd go, oh, please. And things that were too passive, when there was too much feminine energy in there, and it was just more flow and more attract to manifest, just attract the right. If it wasn't a step-by-step blueprint that I could follow when I was mentoring people, that gave great security, that gave great stability. And it was partially convincing as well. If people knew that they could just follow a step-by-step guide, that meant it couldn't be too difficult, right? If you know that you've got a user manual that's going to give you pictures, so if you don't understand the words, you can still follow along with pictures. Well, that's like a no-brainer, like, okay, got it, can do it. This isn't that. And that to me is the excitement of 2026, because we are creating, because we're putting, it's almost like a big stew. We're putting it all in the pot. How it comes out, I don't know. I'm watching it bake. I'm watching it simmer. I'm watching the pressure cooker build, and I can hold more and more steam, and I can, before I blow, right? So there's a little bit of this and that. But what is being created every single day? And you guys, this isn't part of my, like, I don't have to make this fit for you. What I'm doing, you guys can just follow along if it interests you. Like, if you're not, that's the other, it's like, I don't care, because I'm not mentoring you. I'm creating my world every single day, many moments in the day. I can feel it. If I hadn't made that choice, if I hadn't talked about this, if I hadn't, right? however this fits for you is great. And if it doesn't fit for you, that's great. I still love you. And I'm so grateful that you guys are all on this journey with me, showing support. I can feel it. I don't care when people tune out, when they fast forward, who cares, right? I just know that in my soul, thy will be done on earth as it's already done in heaven. It's like these nuggets of truth come alive to me. And this is where I'm so grateful, and I'm going to say it again. My relationship with God, my relationship with Jesus Christ, and feeling the Holy Spirit alive inside of me. There's no wondering whose power am I using? Whose source is inside me, pumping through my veins? I don't have to wonder that. And some of the timing that's been involved in the chaos, as well as during the peaceful flow times, it's all divine. It's all divine. Some is easier, some is funner, some is harder, and the lessons are unmistakably keen. And I got them. I'm applying what I'm learning, and my wisdom is growing, and I'm just so grateful. Anyway, so labels with AI standing out for me, stepping into my voice, not being afraid of my opinions, not being afraid to say what just comes through. There's one other thing. Yeah, got it. There's verbiage. Knowing that our words create, I'm a little more careful. I take a little longer expressing some of the things I discuss. For example, I don't remember which day it was, but I made the comment. I said, I'm not psychic. That's not, I'm not predicting, I'm not looking ahead and, like that. And I have to be careful because what's the difference? I'm asking this as a question, and I'm going to tell you what my feeling is in response. The difference between being psychic and intuitively prompted, right? So for me, maybe it's in the intention behind it, because I have absolutely been flowing. When I talk with people, the questions I ask them that helps them identify things they've forgotten about their own calling. To some people, that could appear psychic, right? When I think of the label psychic, I interpret that as the ability to predict future choices, predict a future outcome, right? But what if we have 100 different possible outcomes? And it's up to us to choose which outcome we feel like in any moment. Because with each choice, our possibilities change, right? That's where being fluid comes in. So there's a difference. I think we are all psychic. I think we are all at different places in our evolving of our understanding, our awareness of being intuitive. I think the more we practice, the more we're aware and how much we want to create our own lives. Not everyone is where I am, and that's okay. I'm grateful I'm where I am now, and that I'm not going to be here long term, and I'm evolving and changing and growing and becoming more and more and more intuitive, right? Anyway, I'm so glad you're here, and I feel your support. I feel your love, and I hope you can feel mine. And I'll see you tomorrow on our next recording. Love you.